Yes! Yes! I feel rejuvenated. I'm back. What's up, Dream Chasers? Kevin Van Voris back for another video. Finally, I needed a break from YouTube, I'll be honest. Like, making videos and we got work and other stuff. We're trying to get ready for summer, and we got everything else going on. I need a little break from YouTube. You know, we watch YouTube, we make videos on YouTube, we comment, we like, we subscribe, blah, blah, blah. I need a little break. I had to take a little break from YouTube. But anyways, I've been getting a lot of questions from a lot of new Hellcat owners. And I figured, you know what? Let's just make a very simple video today explaining if I could go back and redo everything that I did, this is how exactly that I would do it. So, anyways, DJ, hit that intro, and let's get into today's video.
Off the Remy, had up at post, had to hit my old town, looked up the news. Now it's 4 a.m.
Alright, I don't know about anybody else, but this is the worst car, Mopar, Chrysler, whatever you want to call it, ever made. The PT fucking Cruiser. Sorry to anybody who drives one of these, but this is god awful. This is the worst attempt at an old school car. I mean, it just, fuck. You're out, you're looking for a new car, you don't want a Camaro, you don't want a Corvette, you don't want a Mustang like Dave. You're out, you're looking, and you're like, you know what? I think it's time to be able to grab my balls and buy myself a Charger or a Challenger Hellcat. So you go out and get yourself maybe a brand new or a used one. You can get a used Hellcat right now with, you know, maybe 10,000 miles for not very much money. So if you guys are in the market for a Hellcat, it's a pretty damn good time to buy one. And you're thinking to yourself, what should I do first to mod it? I guess my first question would be, do you go to the drag strip or do you plan on racing it? If you do, then that's going to be your first thing. You're going to do two things at once. And this is my opinion. If I could redo it, or three things, it would be three things at once. The very first thing that I would do. Number one, the Hellcat drive shafts are super, super weak. They're terrible. They're awful. You can break it on a stock Hellcat. So you should get a Livernois drive shaft, which I highly recommend. Obviously, Livernois is a company that I work with. They're fucking awesome. They are almost done with the Charger. I'm trying not to bug them. So, sorry, Andy and Dan, if I'm bugging you guys too much. I'm trying not to. That'd be the first thing. So you can either go with a Livernois drive shaft, or you can go with the drive shaft shop drive shaft. Ooh, say that 5 times fast. Drive shaft shop, drive shaft shop. Anyways, so get yourself a new drive shaft, okay? Don't get yourself a carbon fiber one. In my opinion, they're fucking worthless and they're not worth the money. And I have seen those carbon fiber ones twist in half. I think it's a waste of money. So don't spend the extra $400 or $500 on a dumbass carbon fiber one when no one is running those things. Get yourself an aluminum one, it'll do just fine. So a Livernois or a drive shaft shop one would work perfectly fine. Your second thing that you want to do, get yourself a differential brace. Now, there's two of them. You can do the one that everyone has always done, which is the little metal bar that kind of holds the differential in place. However, the new one, which I need to make a video about, I think SRT Mush and Demonology have made videos on the new differential braces. It's heavy fucking duty. And I need to send that to Livernois so they can put that on my car. But it's a really heavy duty brace. So anyways, that's the second thing you want to do. Differentials on Hellcats, they kind of have they can explode. For some odd reason, a lot of demons though have been exploding. But anyways, the third thing that I would do, and this is without even doing any power mods, I would do a 15-inch conversion. Me and David kind of talked about this a while ago, and I was like, honestly, like if I could redo it, I would jump straight into a 15-inch conversion, especially if you go to the drag strip. Then you can actually see what that car can do, like with stock power without having to do anything. The drive shaft will be a little lighter than the stock one. Your differential brace is going to add like a small amount of weight, maybe a pound or two. Maybe if you get the bigger one, a couple pounds, nothing too crazy. But the 15-inch rear conversion is what I would do. You get smaller brakes in the back, so smaller rotors in the back. So you'll lose a little bit of weight. Obviously, with a 15-inch wheel, you'll lose a little bit of weight. But you'll be able to see what that car can actually do when it hooks. Having a Hellcat and not experiencing what it's like when it hooks, you're missing out, man. That's the only thing that is super awesome about these Trackhawks is they're all-wheel drive. So when you launch these, you're like, damn, this is what a Hellcat should have launched like. You know what I mean? So that's what I would do first. So a drive shaft is about $1,000. Differential brace, if you get the really, really nice one, the brand new one, I think it's $450. The rear 15-inch conversion, I think, is $1,000 or $1,400. So a couple grand, especially wheels and tires. And I'm telling you, that's what you should do first before you do any power modifications, because that way you can see, like, do I really need to increase the power, or am I cool with this 707 horsepower? The other reason that I'm saying go 15 inches immediately off the bat is because, let's see, I had the 20-inch wheels, right? So then I got the Mickey Thompson, whatever their drag street tire is. So I went through a couple sets of those, right? Probably 2 sets. So that's probably like $1,400. Then I went 17s. So there's another, I don't know, $600 for the wheels. Then I got another set of tires, and then I got another set of tires, and then I was like, you know what, I should go 15-inch conversion. So then I bought the 15-inch conversion, found some wheels, found some tires, and so it's like you wasted a bunch of money that you could have already like put towards your car. Like the money that you're wasting on buying 20-inch drag radials, and then the money that you're wasting on the 17-inch drag radials, it's like there's no point. Why not just jump to the 15? Use the money that you're going to waste on the 17 inches wheels and tires and use that towards your 15-inch rear conversion. So that's what I would do first. First things first. If I knew I was going to mod my Hellcat, and the other thing too is you still have your powertrain warranty intact, and then you can be like, do I really want to fuck with the ECU and the smaller pulleys and all that other stuff? Because once you do it, there's no more warranty. It's gone. So at least that way you can decide, like, okay, maybe 700 is good. Depending on where you live, if you have a 15-inch rear conversion, you could be running a solid 10-second quarter mile, maybe like a 10.5 if you live in Houston. If you live where I'm at, it'd probably be like a 11.1, maybe a 10.9 on 15s. But that's good ass. That's a good ass time for a stock car. All you did was change the rear wheel setup. That's exactly what Demonology did to his, so he could put 15s all around in his car. His Demon is completely stock, at least from what I understand still. But he did a 15-inch conversion all the way around so he could fit some smaller wheels and tires so he could hook up better and lose a little bit of weight. So before I would add any power to the engine, I would do one more thing, and I would do a front 15-inch conversion. And the reason for that is you could take a little more weight off the front. Actually, it's a lot. I think it's like 80 pounds a side or something like that after you do the conversion. So I do a 15-inch conversion on the front before I touched any of the power. And again, that's just because then you can decide if you want to take it to the next level. Okay, so you did the 15-inch conversion. You're super happy about the times you're running, but you're like, you know what? I think it's time to put down some power so I can go race some other cars maybe on the street, or maybe race some other cars at the drag strip, right? You want to take your car to the next level. You want to run 9s. So what is it going to take? Well, first things first, you need to find yourself a good tuner, okay? I recommend Livernois, and I also recommend Tim Barth. And the other guys that I would recommend is Eric over at EMP. Those are probably the 3 companies that I would recommend. Well, and Kurt from Injected Engineering. Those are probably the four that probably are really, really, you know, I want to say the standard, I guess, for Hellcats. Just whoever you go with. Don't be one of these people who switches tuners every 5 seconds just because this tuner says one thing and this tuner. You got to listen to your tuner. Listen to your tuner, okay? Don't be one of these dudes who are like, okay, my tuner said this, but I'm going to do this. Like, don't do that. Trust me. They like doing it a certain way for a certain reason, so just listen to your tuner. Most likely, they'll have you do upper, lower, E85 injectors. You can make 850 horsepower, 840 solid. It's reliable. You can go smoke a bunch of people, especially with your 15-inch conversion. You should be able to run a 999, and depending on, again, where you live, you should be able to run a little less than that maybe, or somewhere in that range. You've got a solid 9-second car, or at least a 9-second capable car right there, and you didn't spend that much money. Shit, upper, lower, E85 and injectors, it's only a couple grand. It's not that much, and it's super, super reliable. You don't have to worry about blowing your motor like your boy, or anything like that. You know, your drive shaft is going to be good. Your differential should be good, and everything. You can go run it all day long, all motherfucking day long, and not have to worry about it. Put 20, 30, 40,000 miles on that setup and not have to worry about a damn thing. If you're like, you know what, I want to run a little faster time, then obviously you just go a smaller pulley. You know, 265 is usually what people run, and it's super reliable. Now, there are people who break records and stuff like that who run 2.5s, but their tuner is like right there with them at the track. So you can do that. Omega Hellcat, I'm pretty sure, has a 2.5, or maybe even a 2.45. And then there's this other orange Charger that I saw. I can't remember the dude's name, but he's self-tuning it, and he ran, I think, the fastest. I think the fastest blower-only Charger Hellcat, which is really cool. But so it just, you know, if you're not one of those guys who knows how to self-tune, or if your tuner's going to come, a 265 is totally normal for what people run. If you're in a higher altitude, maybe you're in Denver, you could probably get away with a 2.5. Where we're at, we could probably get away with a 2.5 here, just because we are at 3,500 feet and our density altitude is fucking terrible. If you live in Houston, closer to the sea level, or at sea level, or even below, then you don't have to run as small of a pulley because you've got all that air just waiting for you to eat up. if you're the type of person who's like, man, I want to run 8 seconds, then probably the Hellcat is probably not your best bet. I would say you could run, without going too fucking crazy, you might be able to run like an 8-9, but that's on a really good day with really good temperatures and blah, 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 blah. After that, though, like if you want to run like low 8s, the Hellcat is probably not the right car for you. That's when buying a Mustang is probably what you should have done. If you want to go run low 8s or 7s even, yeah, you probably shouldn't have bought a Hellcat. Because the one problem, they weigh a lot. They weigh a fuckload. A lot. And you can push that limit to a certain extent, and then it gets really expensive. Now, if you've got deep pockets and you don't even care, then yeah, by all means, go for it. But the Hellcat in general, it's heavy. It is what it is. But it's the best car to mod to run 9s or even high 8s. I think it's the best car to run. However, you want to go fast, like what my brother is trying to do, you need a lighter platform. It's what it comes down to. Now, if somebody made a turbo kit for the Hellcats, it would be different. The problem with the Hellcats is with the supercharger, your torque is instant, and all that weight puts all the stress on all the components. It's a lot to deal with. Now, Demon Performance coming out of the twin turbo kit, I don't know when, but again, you're talking $16,000, $20,000 probably, maybe even more. You know, where David probably built his for half the cost of that, and you'd be running roughly the same times. So that's kind of what you got to get into. Like, your supercharger can only take you so far, and if you're doing drag racing, don't upgrade to a Whipple. It makes no sense. You're better off just doing a single turbo or a twin turbo and going from there. That's what I would do. You know, instead of wasting money kind of going here and doing these little things here and there, I would just, that's what I would do. 15-inch conversion all the way across the front right away, right off the bat, before I even did any power adders, or not power adders, before I even did any engine work or supercharger work. That's what I would do first. See how fast of a time I could run, work on my reaction time, work on my 60-foot, and then take it to the next level. You know, that's the only thing that sucks, is like I never got to experience what a stock Hellcat could hook like, you know what I mean? Because me and David, I mean, we really started fixing up our Hellcats relatively quick. And then, you know, I never really got to experience that. So one of my friends, Jeff, he's got a Hellcat. He's keeping it in stock, I think, for now. So he hasn't done a 15-inch conversion yet. Hopefully he does, because then you can see kind of what the best time is you can run it. And then, you know, the smaller pulley, lower pulley, E85 injectors, dual fuel pumps, blah, 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 blah. Then you could see how much power, like how much time that took off. I think that'd be cool to see. So, anyways, that's my opinion on what I would have done differently. Not too much different, but I could have skipped a bunch of steps and just went straight to the 15-inch conversion and then saw. So that's what it is. So if you have a Hellcat, this is what I would do. And there's a local kid who like bought a Hellcat, and I was like, dude, do a 15-inch conversion. That's the first thing you should do. And he didn't do it. So you can take my advice. You don't have to. This is just coming from someone who, you know, has done it and then blew up his engine. So do what you want to do. But anyways, thank you guys for watching today's video. Hopefully you guys got something from it. If you have a Hellcat and you have it modded, what would you do differently? I don't really know if I'd do anything different. The only thing that I would do different is I wish I would have checked my fucking oil when I was at Texas Motor Speedway. Because I'm pretty sure my oil was low. And I wish I would have logged when I was down in Houston. Those are the two things that I wish I would have done different. It's okay though. We learn and we move forward. So, anyways, that's it for today's video. I'm gonna go get myself a workout in. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your day. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you got something from it, give it a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, my name is Kevin Van Voris. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Make sure you guys are following me at CaliBoyKev on Instagram and on Snapchat. Keep grinding, keep hustling. I'm out this bitch.